presents...
Great news, Fraggles!
Greater than a one Fraggle ping pong game?
Greater than laundry?
Tell me, Gobo. No, let me guess. No, tell me.
Ah! It says...
Kids get one of 4 Fraggle Rock toys when their parents buy them a McDonald's Happy Meal featuring Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock. There's Red Fraggle in a radish, Gobo in a carrot, Moki in an eggplant, or Boober and Wembley in a pickle.
I think I'll capture that news in something arty. But first, let's party!
Hooray!
Alright, today I want to take a look at Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock, another great and creative idea by the master puppeteer Jim Henson himself. Now, Fraggle Rock was just like a lot of his other endeavors, like The Muppet Show, Sesame Street, and things like that, except this is one of his more serious works that he tried to pursue, and this ran from 1983 to 1987 in the UK, Canada, and North America. Now, Fraggle Rock is essentially about these little kind of gopher, rat-like creatures named Fraggles that live underground, and they live a very carefree life. They only have like a 30-minute work week and devote most of their time to partying and just having a great time. And they mainly live in the backyard of the Gorgs, and the Gorgs are kind of Jim Henson's interpretation of rich society and the 1% that don't really care much about the world. In fact, later on in episodes, he even created characters that resembled pollution, things with spirituality, personal identity, environment, and social conflict. So the Fraggles were always stealing radishes out of the Gorg's garden, and their idiot son was always trying to capture them and play with them and thought they were toys. So this was kind of a play on how the king and queen Gorg were kind of like your average American husband and wife, and just, you know, how much luxury they had and didn't really care for what they did to the environment or how little the rest of society had. So seeing as this was one of Henson's later works and would be his major final puppeteering work, he put a lot more serious issues into the show. Now, also, the Doozers lived with the Fraggles underground, and they were pretty much the opposite of the Fraggles. They liked to work all day, and they never liked to have any fun, and they would just build these silly little scaffolding structures all over the Fraggle caverns, and they were made of candy, and they were made out of the radishes that the Gorgs grew and the Fraggles stole out of the garden. So the Fraggles would eat them because they loved the candy, and it actually made the Doozers happy, because if they didn't eat them, they would run out of space, and then they would have no more work to do.
Fraggle! Hey, look, Bob! I caught a Fraggle! Oh!
Take scares away, worries for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock, down in Fraggle Rock,
Down in Fraggle Rock.
Now, the Fraggles also had a comic book that came out by Star Comics with Marvel, which ran for 2 years from 1985 to 1987, and they also had an animated series which ran from 1990 to 1991, and to no one's surprise, was canceled only after 2 seasons because it just didn't have the Muppet feel that everyone was used to, and just didn't feel like the same show. Alright, so now I want to take a look at some of the different toys that came out for the Fraggle Rock series, and mainly these are the McDonald's line of toys, which has the 4 main characters of the Fraggle Rock series, which here we have Moki riding in a cucumber, And you see they have nice wheels here, which I think are supposed to be toadstools. I used to think they were cookies when I was a kid. But it's really well done. It's kind of silly to see them driving around in vegetables. I always thought that was really weird. But they're good little cars, so I like them. They roll really nice, and they're quality PVC little toys, and really fun, and really capture the spirit of the Fraggles. And here we have Red, and she is in a red radish, which is really perfect for her. The tail of the radish looks exactly like her pigtail hairstyle, so that's really cool. And you can even spin the little radish tail around in the back if you want to, for whatever reason. That actually does move. And I really like how this one's designed. The red color is nice and bright, and just looks really good. The little figures are secured to the vehicles, so you can't take them out and play with them like other McDonald's toys. Alright, and here we have Gobo. Now, Gobo is one of the wackier Fraggles. He's kind of even more free-spirited than the others, if you can believe that. So he likes to play music a lot, and he just has a really wild, free spirit, and is a really cool Fraggle out of the series. And the bright orange carrot is Gobo's vehicle of choice. And now we're going to move on here to the little Pickle Car, and this has Wembley and Boober. And Wembley is the Fraggle in the front seat with the blonde hair, and he's kind of pathological and indecisive because he never wants to make a decision because he's afraid he'll hurt someone's feelings. Boober is the most intelligent of all the Fraggles, and is kind of depressed and laid back, and for some reason he enjoys doing laundry. I like this car the best because it's a two-seater and very creative, and it has kind of like the neat racing stripes of the pickle on the front. And I really like Boober because of that grin that he has on his face with the hat pulled over his head. So I think this is probably by far one of the most interesting cars in the series because it has the two Fraggles sitting in the same car. And now here we have one of a very rare line of PVC Fraggle toys that were produced for Jim Henson's series. You can see this is what they look like out of the cars with the tails. And this series is produced by Gottlieb, and Gottlieb was a toy producing company that made a lot of PVC figures back in the 80s, and we can see Gobo here with his trademark ukulele, and he has his brown vest on, which kind of reminds me a lot of Jim Henson, because you'd always see him wearing a brown vest, his pink hair, and he just looks ready to party and rock out to some good groovy music. And there we go, we'll put him back there. So that's it, that takes care of the McDonald's and Fraggle Rock toy line. Hope you enjoyed looking at it with me today, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you do the Facebook and Twitter thing, follow me at #GiveMeARetro. See you next time.